Just burped on me.
Sure did.
Welcome back. This is part 3. If you haven't seen part 2 and part 1, that's okay. You can still watch because it's like an episode of Friends. Doesn't matter which one you start on, it's always going to be good.
Ooh.
You like that?
Yeah.
I just made that up. Anyways, first thing I want to do is show you Queen Callie. Right there. Yep, okay.
Snapping.
And now you've seen her, so now we're going to get to the episode. We are on a 5-part series of the top 5 excuses that we have found people make to not do something that they think they want to do, or to not make a decision on something that they think they want to do. So part 1 and part 2, we talked about not having enough time and having very low energy. Part 3, we're talking about
motivation.
I'm just not motivated. I just can't find my motivation. I can't keep my motivation. I can't stay motivated. What do you have a hard time with? Man, staying motivated. I hear it probably is like one of the, we did these in no particular order, by the way. I think this is probably like one of the biggest reasons people start and stop and start and stop and start and stop and start and stop. They think it's motivation, and that's the term they understand it to be, but it's not that. However, this is the excuse that comes past the lips. I'm not motivated. I can't stay motivated.
Motivation, or lack of, is the symptom. It is not the real underlying issue. The reality is that motivation is unreliable. So if you watch my TikTok lives, I go live every single morning, and people join me for my workout. I don't know.
Do they say, I wish you had your motivation?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't think so. But if you've ever watched any of my TikTok lives, in this current age in our lives, and in the current house that we live in,
Sarit's angry.
You might hear a lot of screaming because there's a lot of frustration that I let out every single time, especially this time of year right now. So we currently live in Florida, and it's August, and not only is it look,
when you walk outside, it's like God went like this in your face.
Yeah, except like 30 degrees warmer than like dog breath. So imagine like fire flames that are sitting in a cloud.
We don't measure in Celsius or Fahrenheit. We measure in dog breath.
Yeah. So it, like, in this moment, at this point in time, it feels like 103 degrees here. And I feel like because our garage where we work out, it's like made out of wood, I think that the heat just stays there. So I think
there's no wind, there's nothing, no like moving air. It's just this little.
It's like 120 degrees of just humid, hot air that does not move.
I feel that's a bit extreme. 120. I would.
Well,
say
if outside
100.
it feels like 103. Let's see what it's outside right now. Anyways,
91.
91. What does it feel like? What does it feel like though? 102. Feels like 102. I guarantee you in our garage right now, it feels like 110.
Okay, 110. You said 120. There's a big difference.
So imagine doing a workout in that. Like,
it's hot. CrossFit.
Not only is it hot, it is like you're literally you are dripping, like just dripping. And talk about, of course I'm not motivated to do any of it. I get so frustrated and so pissed.
It's like a slip and slide. Hot CrossFit. You know that song, Hot Cross Buns?
No.
It feels like you're doing an exercise, like intense exercise in a hot yoga class.
So, every single morning before I go into it, I can just think about, I'm just going to dread this workout so bad, or you just go for it. What you focus on expands, and what you tell yourself to be true is, what becomes your reality. So what I tell myself is, I am taking myself to hell and back intentionally every single day, because when I do that, then, when life gives me adversity, I can manage it better. So I look at it as an opportunity to manage my mind. And yes, I can scream in the morning, in the moment. I can bitch about it. We all can. But the point is,
do you do it?
Get it done.
Yeah.
Get it done. Like, do not let your feelings get in the way of what it is that you have to do. You know, like, what if you were to not show up to work because you didn't feel like it? As a matter of fact, I mean,
some people do.
A lot of people do that.
You can only do that for so long before you don't have a job there anymore, right? So it's like, what if you had a job to make the best version of you? What if that was your job?
Yeah.
Like, would you have been fired by now? Because you weren't motivated to do your job?
Yesterday, I think you wrote a quote about it. Like something like, you are the CEO of your life.
If you were the CEO of your life, I remember, if you were the CEO of your life, how much do you think you would be worth? How much money would you, like, be willing to pay yourself or something like that?
So look, let's say if your business was your body, okay? Based on how it performs, how it looks, how it feels, what kind of business would it be? Just something to think about. The reality is that, you know, like, when you are goal driven, you do not stop when you feel tired. You do not stop when you feel sore. You do not stop when you do not feel motivated. You stop
when the job is done.
When the job is done.
And guess what? With your body, the job is never done.
Yeah.
I said, being the CEO of your own life. Where did it just go? Being the CEO of your own life, how much money do you think you deserve?
Yay!
You know, like, people get paid for their value. For the value that they bring, for what they do, for what they accomplish, for the results that they get. You know, so if, you know, you being the CEO of your own life, how much money would you pay yourself to do the job that you're currently doing on your own self?
And by the way, you know, your body pays you back based on what you put into it. So for example, you know, like dividends.
What are you looking up? Do you want me to look something up? What are we doing?
I'm just.
What is happening?
I'm coming. So look, you know, just like being the CEO of your life, let's say if your body is your business, your body, I am here.
Greatest YouTube video of all time.
You guys, just welcome to our office. You know, your body will provide you with dividends to the degree that you're willing to invest in it, just like any business or just like anything, right? Like, you cannot expect to get dividends without making any sort of investment. And the more dividends, you know, you put, hold on, the more investments you make in your business in terms of time, in terms of energy, in terms of resources, in terms of money, guess what? Over time, you are going to get dividends. So why is it, you know, when it comes to, you know, your body, you're expecting to get all of the dividends and not put any of the investment? It's just nonsense. It's absolutely nonsense.
So let's go then to the lack of motivation. How do you get motivated? It isn't about the motivation. It is about how do you create discipline to do the things that you don't feel like doing when you know you need to do them. That's really what it is. And discipline sounds like a nasty word. Why? Because it is essentially, in the definition of the word, a punishment for wrongdoing. Now, I want to look up actually discipline. The practice of training people to obey rules or a code or behavior using punishment to correct disobedience. So imagine you set a rule for yourself that is to not eat fast food. And you break that rule. There is punishment for that disobedience, for you disobeying the rule that you made. The problem is that people don't discipline themselves. When I was a kid, my dad spanked me. And I think it's awesome that he spanked me. Because you know why? Whatever I had done to deserve that, I didn't do that shit again. When you get punched in the face because you did something wrong, you don't do the something wrong again because that shit hurts. Now in society, it's very frowned upon to hit your kids. I'm like, yo, something's got to wake them up. And you need to find the way to spank yourself. That sounds bad. You need to find a way to discipline yourself. Maybe start by creating a set of rules for yourself. Don't get all crazy and dramatic with this and think like, oh, now I have to like do this and do this and do this and do that and do that and do that. And I can never eat these things or those things. I can never drink again. And I can never have that. No. What is like 1 or 2 rules that you can start with that are doable for you on a regular basis? I'm going to make my bed every morning. I'm going to go for a 10-minute walk every evening. Whatever it is, just like start to create a discipline. And it's like, no matter what is happening in your day, you do that. And if you don't, there's a consequence, a negative consequence that fucking sucks so that you don't want to not do that thing again. Right? That is what the most successful people are, the most disciplined people. The most successful people, the people who have all the things in life that everybody else envies, are the most disciplined people. And so you think of discipline as a bad thing, but if discipline creates success, how can it be bad? It's just hard. It's hard because it also requires accountability. And who's going to hold you accountable? To yourself.
It's got to start with you.
If you've been trying to hold yourself accountable to yourself and it hasn't been working, I got you. Then maybe have somebody else hold you accountable. But make sure that person is disciplinary. Make sure that person is actually going to hold you accountable. If you want help with it, then check the links in the description below this video. We'll pop some things in there, different like free stuff that we have or different programs or things you can either apply for or get in on, or the Facebook group or wherever, so you can start finding accountability for yourself to create discipline. But if you don't, you will continue to struggle with the same things over and over and over and over. So it is not a lack of motivation, it is a lack of discipline.
Amen.
So if you like this video, hit the like button for us. I would love to know in the comments too what you found inspiring, or maybe if there was a light bulb moment that went off for you, or what is going to be your 1 or 2 rules that you're going to make for yourself, and what's going to be the disciplinary action if you don't follow through with those things. Put it in the comments. And if you like this page and you're not yet subscribed, there is a subscribe button and there's a notification bell in case you want to be notified when we drop new videos, which is usually about 2 times a week, unless we get cray. So have a beautiful day, night, weekend, weekday, work day, play day, holiday, whatever it is. Birthday, happy birthday. Bye.
Bye.